Hey, what's up? This is Madan here, and I have come up with the next video, and this is going to be the last few topic from the electrochemistry. And if you have watched earlier videos, you probably have seen it, or you have actually studied. In fact, that all the things been going in very sequence based on your syllabus, based on your NCERT book, and based on your requirement. So the three things that I'm remaining, I'm left with to complete is like there are few example of secondary cell. I haven't done it. One is fuel cell, other is nickel cadmium cell, and the third one is electrochemical aspect of rusting of iron. So these are the three topics I'll be doing right now, and these are very important, especially that fuel cell. Fuel cell is very, very important. So let's start with the first one. But the topic, I'm basically starting is secondary cell. And the three things I'll be talking is, one is nickel cadmium cell, and the second will be going to be a fuel cell. That is going to be really very important. And the last thing I'll be talking is, electrochemical aspect of rusting. Electrochemical aspect of rusting. So these are the three topics, I want to do right now. Let's start with the nickel cadmium cell. Nickel cadmium cell is one of the most expensive cell from the secondary categories. It is highly useful but very much expensive. So that's the reason I haven't used it. I don't know who has used it or not, but it's very expensive because of which the material required for making this cell is very rare. So nickel and cadmium, these are the two metal used, and that's why the cell is very expensive. And the mechanism of the reaction also is a bit complex. So what we need to do, we have to study the entire complex mechanism of the reaction in a very simple way, and that simple way is its redox reaction. So I tell you what a nickel cadmium cell is and how does it work. In a nickel cadmium cell, what happened? Nickel react with nickel trihydroxide, and then nickel undergo oxidation to produce nickel oxide, then it produces nickel dihydroxide, and hydrogen after oxidation become water. So if you see out here that the oxidation number here is 0, there it is +3, there it is +2, and there it is +2. So what you see, that nickel here is going oxidation, oxidation. So this is the oxidation of reaction. But what you see out here, that there is +3 changing into +2. So this is going to be your reduction of reaction. So therefore, the charging, and discharging of nickel cadmium cell involve, this kind of redox reaction, and this is how it works. Now we have come to the very important topic, and that is the fuel cell, right? So fuel cell I'm going to talk about. Let's see with the help of a diagram first. A fuel cell consists of two carbon electrodes. Suppose these are two carbon electrodes here. So this one is your porous carbon electrode. This one is also a carbon electrode. And these two have little amount of platinum and palladium as well. So they contain platinum and palladium. They also contain platinum or palladium as catalyst. They have been, they have been placed inside tubes, and there is a passage right here, and similarly there is another passage right here. For the oxygen and hydrogen gas, and these two electrodes are, there. It is placed in sodium hydroxide solution. So this is how, a fuel cell look like. I repeat back, but before that, let me tell you the introductory part of fuel cell. What so far we know that most of the electrical energy, most of the electricity we are using every day is coming from the thermal power plant. And a thermal power plant has two main problems. One, its efficiency is only 40%. What does it mean? Most of the fuel that we burn is used in producing steam, and that steam is used in rotating turbine, and the turbine is connected to generator, so that's how electricity is produced. But what is happening? Only 40% of energy is converting into electricity. So the efficiency of thermal power plant is very low, and the second biggest problem is that thermal power plant cause enormous amount of environmental pollution, right? So there are two disadvantages. I just let you know. One, very low efficiency of thermal power plant, and second, very high polluting nature. So what that means, we have to consider some alternative, and one such alternative is galvanic cell. Right? Why galvanic cell is an alternative? Because a galvanic cell directly converts chemical energy of a reaction directly into electrical energy. The chemical energy of a reaction directly convert into electrical energy. And in recent time, fuel cell have been designed. What the fuel cell is? It is also a galvanic cell where you can constantly supply the fuel, where the fuel burn, and the heat energy of the fuel burning convert into electrical energy. This is what the fuel cell looks like. Let me repeat back. There are two carbon electrodes, and when these two carbon electrodes, what we see that they are surrounded with sodium hydroxide solution. So when these two are provided hydrogen and oxygen inside, they react and produce water. They react and, let me complete this. They react and produce water. So what you see out here is that water vapor is coming. Due to the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen, water vapor is formed. And how this is useful? Let me write it so that you can understand. A fuel cell consists of two carbon electrode incorporated with platinum, which act as a catalyst. And these two electrodes are dipped in NaOH solution. When hydrogen and oxygen gas are given inside, they react and produce water vapor, which can be condensed, which is condensed and mixed with water, to drink in space. So what that means, in recent time, the fuel cell have been used in space, in spacecraft. Why? Because this not only provide electricity, but it also provide water vapor, which can be condensed and can be added into drinking water sample, which increases the amount of water for drinking. So it provides two benefits. A fuel cell has two benefits. It produces electricity, but it also produces water for drinking. Right? So I have tried, to make you go through how the structure is, how the whole thing works here. Now, one more thing is that I need to go with the equation part. In this process, oxygen react with water with electron, and it produces hydroxide ion. It produces hydroxide ion. If I need to balance, let's see, there are four oxygen here, 2 and so yeah. Now this is in the other half reaction, hydrogen react with these 4 hydroxide ion and they convert into water. So what will happen? There will be 4 water molecules. So this is your anode half reaction. This is your anode half reaction. So what we can write it here? Oxidation half reaction. Oxidation half reaction. Now you can also add them. What will happen? These electrons are going to be cancelled. So what remaining is here? The reaction is going to be like O2 react with 2H2O plus 2H2 plus 4OH negative, and the products are going to be, there are 4 H2O. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it, I'm just going to omit that here. So this is like only O2. So there is going to be 2H2O because there are 4 H2O and there is 2 H2O. So 2 is going to be, subtracted, and finally plus 4 OH negative. So this is your redox reaction, and the best part is a fuel cell has an efficiency. Let me be aside here. The best part with the fuel, this fuel cell is that it is highly efficient. In the recent time, the efficiency of a fuel cell has increased up to 70%. So it's so there are two advantages associated. One, it has high efficiency of about 70%, and another advantage is that it does not cause pollution at all. This is absolutely a clean way to produce electricity, right? So I hope you have understand this whole fuel cell. I repeat back, the first fuel cell, or most of the time fuel cells are used in space program. The one space program which have been given in the book, I hardly know about that. It's called Apollo space program. This Apollo space program, was a program where first this fuel cell was used. What is a fuel cell? It is a galvanic cell which directly convert the chemical energy of a reaction into electrical energy. So let me repeat here. A fuel cell is a galvanic cell that convert chemical energy of a reaction, chemical energy of a burning reaction, burning of fuel, convert into electrical energy. Convert into electrical energy. So let me repeat back. A fuel cell is again a galvanic cell which convert the heat energy by burning of a fuel directly into electrical energy, right? So this is what a fuel cell is. I hope I have tried to help you